Okay, we're going to talk about when your autistic child decides that he needs to get out of the house and see the world. I think most autistic children go through a phase of that. I know our son Jonah, who's 13 and nonverbal, he went through that for a little bit. And after I go through some of the numbers behind this, I'm going to take you and show you what we've done to keep him in, keep him safe. And Autism Survival School is just us telling you what has worked for us. So, here we go. I'm going to share this PowerPoint that I had ChatGPT make up for me. Sometimes autocorrect does things too wonderfully to delete. So when I tried to spell elopement and it corrected to employment, I had to leave it. All right. We're going to talk about this right here. We're going to talk about that. 49% of autistic children make an attempt to elope. Here's a thing that's kind of scary. 29% of those, this was from a study of 808 autistic children, 29% of them attempted to elope multiple times per day. And I have a niece that's in her mid 30s. Her autistic son is like 11 or so. I don't know how old he is exactly. When he decided that God wanted him to leave the house and explore the world, it was like every 5 minutes or even more frequently. And man, she was in crisis, serious crisis. It can be very scary, as we're going to see by the numbers around this. So of the 808 kids that got out, the 808, those are close calls that were reported to the police or media. So it's not every single kid that got out, but 65% of the ones that got out had a close call involving traffic, and almost a fourth of them had a close call involving drowning. 139 or 17% died. Here's the thing. You think 17%, well, that's not that high, but that's almost 2 out of every 10 kids died. And I wrote this on the last slide, but the thing that's really scary about this, like, we'll see what percentage, but a large percentage of those that died in less than an hour after getting out. So, okay, 71% died of drownings, kind of the flip of what we saw on close calls with traffic and close calls with drowning. Those that had the close calls, a lot of them died. 18% and 4% had train-related deaths. I shouldn't laugh about that. I guess trains can be a serious thing if you live where trains are. Here in Arizona, we live near swimming pools, and so the 98 drownings are really significant. Now, there was one study that indicated that an autistic child is 160 times more likely to die of drowning than a non-autistic child. Okay, it's important to note, though, that 160 times more likely to drown, that was from a study that was a much bigger number involving death certificates. I'm not sure why that's so significant that it was from death certificates, but ChatGPT told me that was very important, so I'm passing it on to you. Okay, let's see what we've done to deal with this. Okay, so this is what we've done to keep Jonah safe. And you might hear him in the background being very happy and very loud, because he can be really loud. Turns out we thought there must be some kind of doorknob that has a thumbprint on the inside as well as the outside. You know, the entry ones with the keypad and the thumbprint. Turns out they don't have one that comes this direction. So we had to go with a deadbolt on the inside, and then there's a deadbolt on the outside. I actually found a gate lock that has a keypad on both sides, but I would have had to drill another hole in the door. And turns out the 4-digit combo on that, you just have to get those 4 numbers. They don't have to be in the right order. So it's a pretty low security thing. So what we do, in case there's a fire right there chasing us this way, as if that's likely to happen, we put this is what realtors put on houses so that they can take people and show them. So we have a house key in there, and the great thing about having a child like Jonah, you can just leave all your combinations 0, 0, 0, and he doesn't guess them. All right, so this is what we do for the back door, the sliding glass door. We already had the back gate secured, But when our grass died after many years, and after I let it die, Jonah decided that what he wanted to do every evening was go in the backyard and pick up handfuls of dirt and put them on his curly head of hair. And he really didn't like us washing his hair every night, and we couldn't exactly explain why we were doing it. So I got these. These are for locking windows. It's a window lock. I got it from Home Depot, and it goes on the side pieces of the window so you can't raise it up. But it goes really well here on the sliding glass door so you can't push it open. And it comes when you first get it, it has like a wing nut here so you can screw and unscrew the bolt with your fingers. He figured that out real fast, so I got rid of that, and I happen to have in my massive supply of different nuts and bolts and screws, these ones that fit it, and they're a Phillips head. And so what you do, if you tighten this with a screwdriver, he's not going to be able to, nobody can open that with their fingers, at least nobody I know. And so you leave your screwdriver there close by, but you leave it in the tightened position so it'll just turn like that if he tries to unscrew it. So there you go. Okay, so we put these actually on almost all the doors in the house. A different model than this, but this is a thumbprint doorknob or fingerprint. It was only like 50 bucks on Amazon. And this one has a combination pad. So if, say, his respite provider's watching him or someone else is over here with him, if we don't have their thumbprint in, they can still dial in the combo and get out in case there's a fire right there chasing them out of this door. So, okay, that's how we did it. As I said before, Autism Survival School is just us telling you how we've dealt with things, and this will be part of a playlist with the same name. So there you go. Check that out.